It's mailbag time here on the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. You got questions, you're in luck because I got answers. We will react to everything you need to know on your Kansas City Chiefs just ahead of the first preseason game coming up on Saturday night. Let's, before we do anything else, remind you that you need to share our show. We want to get this out to as many members of the kingdom as possible. Click the share button, select the Facebook icon, and then click post to Facebook. From there, sound off in the description. Let your voice be heard, and tag Kansas City Chiefs by Chat Sports on Facebook. We would love to get this show out to as many people as possible. If you guys can help us out and share today's show, we'd certainly appreciate it. Share the show, and we'll get started with this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Johnny Bravo, I got to tell you, I love me some Johnny Bravo back in the day on the Cartoon Network. I was just at a Donny Osmond concert the other night, and he was showing clips of the episode that he was on, the Johnny Bravo show. That brings back some good memories. Any chance the Chiefs could trade for Haason Reddick? Johnny, great question. It is a weird situation for Haason Reddick with the New York Jets, as he was traded there from the Philadelphia Eagles for just a third-round pick. That's all that they had to give up for him, as Haason Reddick is looking for a new contract. Well, they don't have the new contract lined up, and it has been a just total lack of mismanagement, a total just lethargic situation from the New York Jets of how they've handled this, of not getting this done with Haason Reddick. Why would you trade for a guy that's seeking a new contract and not have the new contract lineup, right? And we've heard about the miscommunication with him and Robert Saleh and all that. And here we are. Haason Reddick potentially could get traded again without even potentially playing a down for the New York Jets. Now, here's where I look at this, folks. It's twofold. Haason Reddick is a phenomenal football player. No question about it. 11 sacks last year, 16 the year prior, 11 before that, 12 and a half sacks. He has been one of the best pass rushers in all of football. But why I don't think the Chiefs will make a move here for Haason Reddick, I look at two reasons here. One, it is a big red flag of this situation that the Eagles did not want to pay him, and now he's got this deal with the Jets going on, and he hasn't even played for the Jets. Now, I think the Jets are more to blame than Haason Reddick is, but there's obviously something going on with Haason Reddick where you have to point the finger a bit and say, why is this happening? Where is the effort on his end to be out there and say, you know what, we're going to find a way to make this work and all of that? To me, that is a bit of a red flag. And then when it comes to the Chiefs situation, I know that they have around $15 million in cap space at this point, so they could still make another move, but they got some other priorities to take care of first at this point in time. They took care of the extension for Harrison Butker this week, but then you still look at guys like Nick Bolton, Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey that are looking to get their monies as well. That's the Chiefs' priority. And we already know that the Chiefs have the best roster in football. They don't need Haason Reddick. It wouldn't hurt by any means. It'd make you even better, but they got some business at home to take care of first. So I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think it's impossible, but I doubt it at this point. Let's ask you now, your chance to be Brett Veach. Weigh in on our pinned comment today. Should the Chiefs trade for Haason Reddick? Type T for trade, P for pass. Weigh in the comment section and let us know what you think. Ricky Bobby writes in, should the Chiefs consider a James Bradberry trade? When we bring up James Bradberry, I have to have a laugh, right, of that Super Bowl. I will always be forever thankful for James Bradberry for holding Juju Smith-Schuster on that play, and the Chiefs ultimately pulling off a touchdown in that drive. So James Bradberry, from yours truly, thank you. Thank you so much for that. I'll never forget that moment, and the rest of Chiefs Kingdom won't either. Now, as far as James Bradberry goes, James Bradberry was awful last year. He was just simply atrocious. All right? You look at the grades, his overall grade from PFF was terrible, 56.6. His PFF coverage grade was a 54.7, only had one interception, 13 pass breakups for the year. Bradberry was just cheeks, to say the least. And I know that the Chiefs have some question marks when it comes to the corner position entering 2024. It's their biggest question mark on this defense of what they're going to do with L'Jarius Sneed gone now. I understand all that, believe me. But even with that said, I don't see any reason to think that James Bradberry would make this Chiefs defense any better than what it is. He was such a liability last year, and really since that Super Bowl, since that infamous play, that I'm saying to myself, I don't really want James Bradberry on my team. I'm open to the conversation potentially going and getting another corner. I know that Marshawn Lattimore's name's been thrown out there, and there's some other guys that are potentially on the market the Chiefs could bring in. But, I mean, when it comes to Bradberry, I'm out on Bradberry. I think that his career is going downhill very fast right now. So we're not shaking and baking with James Bradberry, Ricky Bobby. Sorry, my apologies, but that's just what it's going to have to be. James Bradberry, I would actually be disappointed if the Chiefs made a move for James Bradberry. Should the Chiefs trade for James Bradberry? Weigh in. Let us know why for yes, in for no. Chime in if they should make a move there or not. Today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time, the place to go for last-minute tickets and the best seats and the lowest prices guaranteed. Game Time is an authorized ticket marketplace in Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the Game Time app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, their lowest price guarantee, Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy shows, theater productions, and more. Maybe you want to go to a Chiefs preseason game, or maybe you're looking at going to a Royals game, whatever it may be. They got the prices listed for the event you may want to go to. Then you check your seat, see if you like that seat or not, and then you're checking out with Game Time. All major credit card providers, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo. And, folks, we are offering you quite the deal here, folks. If you download the Game Time app, create an account, use code ChatSports, you'll get $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account, redeem code CHATSPORTS for $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last-minute tickets, lowest prices guaranteed. The link is in the comments and the description of today's video. Bob Marley's burner account writes in, what are your expectations for George Karlaftis this season? Karlaftis was fantastic in his second year in the National Football League. 10.5 sacks, 47 tackles, 7 tackles for loss, 1 forced fumble. He was a difference maker. And one of the things I talked about earlier in the week here on the program was that when you look at the future of the Kansas City Chiefs for the next several years to come, Karlaftis is now clearly a foundational piece. He is a guy that the Chiefs see in their long-term future plans of somebody that is going to be a difference maker for years to come. So in year 3, I need what he did in year 2, and then a little extra, as my old pastor used to say when he'd be passing around the offering plate. Need a little extra, right? Besides your tithe, throw in a little bit more for a little offering, if you will. I need a little extra when it comes to George Karlaftis. If he can turn 10.5 sacks to 11 or 12 sacks, then we're feeling really good, right? What he did last year was phenomenal, but just taking another step up and then staying consistent with that, then the Chiefs are going to have a fine football player for many years to come. I thought year 2 was big, but I don't think that he's done growing. I think he's got another step up, and he will do so. So that's my expectations, is another step forward and become one of the best pass rushers in all of football. What's your confidence level in George Karlaftis? I'm going with a 9 out of 10 personally. What do you guys think? Give me a number, weigh in the comments section. Chiefs Kingdom, we are your one-stop shop for all things Kansas City Chiefs. We're going to be live coming up on Saturday night for our first watch party of the year for the Chiefs' first preseason game. We'll have watch parties throughout the season. We're going to be bringing back our live shows here pretty soon. We have our mailbags, as you're seeing here. Breaking news. Anytime the Chiefs make a trade, free agent signing, injury, we bring you a video as quick as we can here on the channel. Some exciting stuff ahead. You got a new host here along for the ride. Join me. Subscribe now to the Chiefs Report for daily coverage you won't find anywhere else. YouTube.com/ChiefsTV to subscribe now for free. Bo Jackson, Kansas City Royals legend, writes in, will Nick Bolton get an extension soon? I sure hope Nick Bolton gets an extension soon. What we talked about earlier, the priorities for the Chiefs right now is those extension candidates. It's Creed, it's Trey, and it's Nick Bolton. And Nick Bolton is very deserving of a potential extension here. Coming off the season last year where he had 60 tackles, 1 tackle for loss. And one of the things that we heard from Nick Bolton talk about during training camp is that he's put this renewed emphasis, if you will, in 2024 on creating turnovers. He went back and watched the film from last year and saw a number of times where he should have had an interception, and he didn't. He should have had a fumble recovery or a forced fumble, and he didn't. And I think this year you're going to like what you see from Nick Bolton, that he's going to create more turnovers. He's going to continue to be one of the faces of this Chiefs defense, and I think he will be for many years to come. I think the extension's coming. They'll take care of it sooner than later and lock him up long term. If you enjoyed today's show, do your part. Share the video. We certainly would appreciate it. I'm Tyler Jones. We will see you next time. Thanks for joining us here on the Chiefs Report.